We're comparing name brand versus off-brand. In this case, we're comparing the Ooni Koda 12 pizza oven to this Bakejoy pizza oven. And we'll be focusing a little more on the Bakejoy off-brand because I've done a full video on the Ooni already. So if you'd like, you can check that out. And before we get too far, I want to let you know this video is sponsored by your mom because she wants you to learn how to cook your own food. So the Bakejoy came with a few things that the Ooni does not have. First thing I noticed was this thermometer on top. There's nothing on the Ooni, but I usually just wait like 15 minutes for it to heat all the way up. Next is this one came with a pizza peel. On the Ooni, I had to buy this peel separately. It is bigger, but whatever. I like that that one comes with a peel. The Bakejoy came with this carry sleeve. It's kind of a half cover, so it doesn't cover the whole machine. Like the igniter is still exposed on the back and the bottom is not covered at all. It's got two hooks that you wrap under or over, and then it's got handles that you can carry. It doesn't make it easy to carry by any means. I was still awkwardly, moving it out here, but it is nice having that handle versus just grabbing on wherever. Now I will say, throwing this on the top, I didn't find it super convenient. Like the legs are kind of sharp and you got to be careful. I did scratch my wrist while messing with these. They've got sharp edges. It's kind of neat, but I don't care too much about it personally. Now the big thing that this oven had that the Ooni does not. The Ooni has a square pizza stone, whereas the Bakejoy is this circular one. It's kind of like a microwave spinner in here. So this whole thing spins. There's a handle right here on the side that you push and pull, and it spins the pizza stone. So that's super cool. That's the thing that I'm most curious to see how it works. So the parts to this one came all just inside the oven itself in styrofoam and in wrapping. So you pull it all out, undo it. I didn't get instructions with mine. This could still technically be a prototype. There could be slight variations, but it wasn't a big deal. It was super easy to put together. The main thing to note is on the back, you just screw down this plate and that screws onto the igniter box on the back. That's the main thing. And then I screwed on the pull knob, and then you just twist on the gas hose on the back. With the Ooni, it's a little sleeker overall. It's got some more edges. This one's kind of more rounded and square-ish. That didn't quite make sense, round and square. The Ooni's got these paddings on the bottom of its feet, and it's not quite as sharp and crisp as this one is. I kind of like the sleek look better between the two, but we'll really see how the performance is and see how it all breaks down. But let's light them both up and see how that is. So these are both the propane versions. Now the hose on the Bakejoy is longer, if that's something you care about. I just discovered the Bakejoy needs a battery put in the igniter, so I'm gonna run and grab one real quick. Okay, it looked like a AAA, so it's just got a little knob on the back with a battery icon. I should have noticed that earlier. Okay, there we go. So that should be on high. Oh yeah, that is burning now. Okay, let's light up the Ooni. No battery on this one, that's good. Okay. So something I noticed between the two, the Ooni has kind of a heat deflector plate in the back, and this one does not. And then the flames are much bigger on this one, but the opening is also bigger. We'll give these a little bit to warm up while we prep our pizza. So the temperature is at 600 on that right now. So it's climbing pretty quickly, but the probe doesn't go to the stone. It's just hanging in the air. So the air is that hot, but really it's the stone we need to heat up. But it's heating up really quickly, hitting 650. First, I'm gonna spread a little flour out on the workspace. Oh, get it right on your black pants. I'll let you look up a dough recipe. Our bread maker had one for pizza, just a standard dough recipe. But wait a minute, all pizza are dough recipes, but not keto or cheese, cauliflower, or your mom's pizza. All right, first I'm gonna cut this. We're gonna start off with 4. I'm gonna do 2 in each. Let's see if I can stretch this dough. I'm really not a good dough stretcher. So I've got the roller just for my own sake. But you know what? I'm someone who really likes to push the rules. I use a freaking roller when they shouldn't be used. You give me a situation I can't use this, and I'm gonna show you that I can. Yes, much easier now. I'm kind of stretching the edges, letting gravity help. Got a couple holes in there, but whatever. Our first one that we're gonna do, I'm just gonna turn into cheese sticks, like an appetizer. So no sauce. With these ovens, you should get cornmeal. You'll notice on a lot of the chain restaurants, they have cornmeal on the bottom. It's that little grainy stuff. That's gonna help your pizza not stick to the stone. So finish it off on cornmeal. It's going to make a massive difference. Believe me, I have done it without, and it was awful. If you don't have cornmeal, at least put, some flour kind of thick on the bottom. Just anything that will help it not stick, whether it's your spit or just get some cornmeal. I think we are going to start with the uni because I have used that and know how it works. And then I'm gonna do a actual cheese pizza in the Bakejoy. We'll do kind of 2 cheeses, and then we'll do 2 topping pizzas to compare in each. It definitely feels hot. Don't know what it's at. This one says it's at about 725. So pretty good. See, that slipped on there so easy with the cornmeal. Get out of here, extra cheese. Now, if you want to see more of a breakdown and walkthrough on what I'm doing here, check out my uni full review video, and you can see a lot more in action. Looking good. So that's one thing that's a risk on this one, is you might, if you grab it too long, you might burn your hand, which, I haven't burned mine. It's pretty good, but I could see that being a problem for some people. So I may or may not have let this warm up long enough. The big claim to fame is that these will take 60 seconds to cook. I'm guessing this is a little more, probably between 60 and 90 if I had to guess. But in its defense, I may not have let it heat up enough, so that one might have an advantage. Alright, I'm gonna put this right here to be cut. Let's prep our traditional cheese pizza. Those of you who have worked in a pizza shop, I'm sure, could outperform me in every single way with this. Looks like the Millennium Falcon, kinda. And you can, of course, do this however you want. I am not claiming to be an expert in the slightest. Not even a little bit. Now, you can, of course, home make all of this, but for the purposes of comparing these, I went the easy way out. Got store-bought everything. We're not making frozen pizza, or at least above that. It's looking pretty good. Sounds like the police are on their way for my pizza party. This thing is still sticking. It's about almost at 750. Looks like it's basically slowed down from there. So I think that's about as hot as it's gonna get. Here we go, first time. Got it right in the middle, pretty close. It is windy out here. So one thing, this knob, you like barely move it and the whole pizza is spinning. I'm gonna let it sit before I spin it. Yeah, that's probably what you're supposed to do. Not just spinning it, but like spin it in quarters. That's looking better now. And I'll film a closer up on the next one. Looks pretty darn similar. I think that's it. You can see they look, I mean, this one has sauce, disregarding that. You know, but as far as the cooked cheese and stuff, they basically look the same. I know a lot of people might say it's not an exact comparison, because this one has sauce. You know what? I break the rules. I use a roller. I put sauce and no sauce. Okay, let's go middle piece. Taste comparison. That's really good. What I should have done to step it up is put some garlic butter on the crust. That would have been great. I would say cook quality is the same. Those are both good. They taste, so sauce aside, they taste pretty much the exact same, just with that difference being in the sauce. So that's good to know. Let's take it a step up. Let's put some toppings on and try that. I'm gonna do this one in the uni. It's gonna be pepperoni and bacon bits. And then in the Bakejoy, it's gonna be a veggie with green pepper and artichoke heart. A lot of artichokes were slain to harvest this many hearts. Please let me know how bad I'm doing in the comments. You know, on camera I'm making it kind of nice-ish, but off camera I topped this thing to the rafters. And you know what? I forgot the cornmeal. Let's get that down. Can't go without the cornmeal. It really sucks. Okay, good. Pre-cooked bacon bits. I'm not sure how these are gonna handle the high heat. The uni is back up. I forgot to move the camera closer, so I'll do it on the next one. Yeah, that one just dropped a little bit in temperature, but it's still over 700, so I'm guessing this one's about the same, maybe a little hotter because it's more compressed. Just guessing. I should have brought out a thermometer, but whatever. Breaking the rules. Left and right. Got some sauce on my thumb, it was delicious. I guess that's a perk of hand flipping your pizza. You get a little sample. And it's a lot of fun doing it. But I'd say, you know, if you're more of a family, you got everyone involved, that might be better with not having to reach in, you know, pull it out and spin it by hand. But I don't know, if a parent is in charge of doing that, it's probably fine. Okay, that one's done. The bacon did get a bit burnt. Who else likes green pepper on pizza? I think it's great. In the grass, we've got mushrooms. All mushrooms are edible once. Here we go. So if I pull or push, it spins. If I just go a little bit and stop. So I'm gonna let it sit. I think, again, I didn't get an instruction manual, so I'm just going off my own thoughts here, but I'm guessing because the way I cook on the uni is I let that side cook and then I rotate it a quarter, let that cook, rotate it a quarter. So I'm gonna do that and try to just, so that I can see on the back side, I don't know if it's coming across camera, I can see the back side is starting to crisp up. So let's rotate it a corner. So now that cooked side is right there. It's bubbling up in the back, that's always fun to watch. Next corner, there, now you can see this was the back originally. You can see that's done. And it's still, of course, you want to go just underdone because it's still in there, still going to be cooking. So one thing these have in common that I didn't mention, they both have one burner in the back. The bigger units are going to have burners on the sides as well, but these ones are kind of the smaller unit, but I have not had any problems with it. I think that's done. Kablam. So there we go, the uni and the Bakejoy. Again, both done the same amount, just different toppings. So I'm just guessing off of how it seemed that was well over a minute on each. But if you watch my Ooni video, I did get the Ooni pretty darn close to a minute. So you definitely can do it. You probably just gotta let them heat up longer. This one. And this one. Okay, here we go. Ooni. Pepperoni down. 5-second rule. Ooh. This almost just lived the 5-second rule. Yeah. I couldn't, if I was blindfolded, I couldn't tell you which was which. So that's great. I like when off-brand products are equivalent or very similar to name brand products. It's nice when you can save a few bucks on the off-brand. Whether you like the look or whatever, you know, choose which is best for you. The fun thing about these is you can have party nights. You can get a lot of people involved making their own pizzas. It's a lot of fun. They cook fast enough that you can just pump them through. You will have to let it heat up for a minute after a couple of them, because as you saw on this one, after I cooked the first one, the temperature did drop. I did see that on the thermometer and confirmed that. So let's cook a few more and keep it going. So I hope that shows you a good comparison between name brand and off brand as far as these pizza ovens go. They're very popular right now. I'll link both of these that you saw today, but get out there and try it for yourself, and we'll see you next time.